Hey friends, it's your boy BigTCGFan coming at you with another video. Today we are going with our Commander of the Week for May 10th, 2020. As a reminder, we will take one commander, either a legendary creature or legal planeswalker, and talk about them. First, I will talk about the lore of the character, deck building possibilities, and grading the card as a commander. Here is our scoring metric for the commanders. I have several tiers that are based off the card's abilities. Our commander for the week is the Sliver Overlord. From the plane of Dominaria, the Sliver Overlord is an amalgamation of the surviving Slivers from the Battle of Averu. For a long time, Slivers were extinct, but the Riptide Project, where Riptide wizards recreated Slivers, brought them back without their Sliver Queen. The Slivers rampaged for some time on Riptide Island until the magical waves of the Mirari lured the Slivers to the mainland. It was there that they mostly died in the Battle of Averu. The remaining Slivers formed the Sliver Overlord. What happened to those Slivers and the Overlord next is unknown. It has been printed in 3 sets, originally in Scourge, then Premium Deck Slivers, and finally in one of the Secret Lair sets. That's the card you see in front of you. This card costs 1 mana of each color to cast, so it's a 5-color commander. It has a power of 7 and a toughness of 7 with 2 special abilities. The first is 3 mana, search your library for a Sliver card, reveal that card and put it in your hand, then shuffle your library. The second is pay 3 mana, gain control of target Sliver. Of all the Sliver legendary creatures, which includes the Sliver Queen, the Sliver High Lord, and the first Sliver, I believe the Sliver Hive Lord, the Sliver Overlord is the best possible commander for a Sliver deck. Its 2 abilities are very strong, especially the ability to search for any Sliver and put it in your hand. In this deck, you must include all 3 of these legendary Sliver creatures as they add significant value of power to the deck. The goal is to build an overwhelming powerful force of Slivers that annihilate your opponents. First, you want to include the must-have Slivers. Cards like Harmonic Sliver and Necrotic Sliver are flexible cards that add a lot of value to your deck, especially when you have an army of Slivers coming out. Buff your Slivers with strong evergreen abilities like Flying, Trample, and Haste. Those cards would be cards like the Winged Sliver, Horned Sliver, and Heart Sliver. There are other variants of the same ability cards you also want to put in to double up on those abilities. You want to protect your Slivers with cards like Crystalline Sliver, Quick Sliver, and Root Sliver to cover all phases of play for those Slivers and maximize protection. It's important you have mana for your 5-color deck, so cards like Gemhide Sliver and Mana Weft Sliver are a must-have. The best part is that many of these have been abilities that have been printed multiple times in the old ones and the new Slivers, like I stated. Once you have a base for your Sliver deck, you can add whatever Slivers you want to spice up the deck. Cards like Brood Sliver, Virulent Sliver, and Shifting Sliver are a lot of fun and will change how your deck works. There are tons of options available in this area. I would highly recommend looking up those ones. In a 5-color Sliver deck like this one, you want to focus on the strengths of some of the colors. So for blue, you use counterspells like Force of Will, Counterspell, Force of Will, and Arcane Denial to protect them as you build the board up. So keep board wipes like Wrath of God and all that out of your face. Since you're using a 5-color deck, you definitely want tutors for like Demonic Tutor, Vampiric Tutor, and Diabolic Tutor to get specific cards, especially if you're having trouble keeping your Overlord on the board to use his tutor effect. The great thing about a 5-color deck is you have everything available to you. What you want to do is there. You can do green Stompy, you can do white healing protection. Even with Slivers you can do this. They have those options available. As far as ranking this commander, I would base its ranking depending on your meta. If your opponent's really aggro on the fact that you're playing a Sliver deck, it's just a tier 1 deck because they constantly interfere with your plan. But if they're not focused on you, this is a tier 0 top of the line commander. It's an overwhelming commander because of the fluidity of Slivers. They're the top racial group in the game because how effective they work together. Every Sliver adds something that makes all the slivers even stronger, and you will, if left unchecked, annihilate your entire board. This concludes my video. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below, and share it. Peace out.